Alright, let's go for a new run. So this time I'll just be using Hellhorn, haven't played them in a while. And it will be Shot-Tail Queen's time. She's 10-10 in stats. She's offense-oriented, clearly. And then she also has Queen's Implings. On summon, they deal 10 damage to the front enemy unit. Okay, we'll see how that goes. And also, so I've already played with Awoken before. I already played this combo. Well, not with a Queen, but you know, whatever. And yeah, and I played Wyrmkin for like past 4 runs or something, so I might as well just pick Stygian at this point for some variety. And I can also use Foregone Power now. Apply Frostbite 6 to the front enemy unit and discard a card at random. So, to the front enemy unit specifically. And then also you need to build your deck around discards for that to be useful. I don't know. I assume Queen will be synergizing in some way with Imps. It seems like that should be the case. So, if that's the case, then I already am building my deck around Imps most likely. Discarding is not really a thing that I would like to build my deck around currently with this condition. So, I guess I'll just go for Frozen Lands instead. That seems more easy to deal with. And Covenant rank 5. Minor battles now have additional enemies. Why not? Okay, let's go. So, there are 2 lessons to be learned from my previous run. And, okay, let me deal with this thing first. Double Vent. Double Flash Freeze. Deal 3 damage. Apply Frostbite 8 for 1 mana. Okay, that's might be decent. And Battering Ram. Deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 4 times the amount of armor on friendly units. So if I stack some armor, that could be good. But costs a lot though. Might also just remove this card. We'll see how this deck goes really. So a lot of just damage spells pretty much. So yeah, there are 2 lessons to be learned. First of all is that I should really think twice about stacking those pack charts, like this one for example. That is actually not that clear if you should press this or not. The difficulty ramps up very quickly and it gets dicey. I'm just on Covenant rank 5 currently and it's already pretty dicey. And it will get worse. So I need to prepare for that. Like, I think you can still stack some pack charts, but like you definitely shouldn't take every possible opportunity for it. Because collecting 100 to unlock the last divinity fight is not a problem. You will still be able to do that. But, you know, just increasing the difficulty willy-nilly like that, it might just lead to a quick loss. In the mid-game, like those bosses have a lot of stats, and that brings me to my second point. They do have a lot of stats, so you kinda need some sort of scaling in the mid-game already to get through them. Like, just normal units upgraded doesn't cut it. You actually need to have some sort of either setup with spells or with unit abilities themselves to scale further, because, yeah. They do have a lot of stats on them. So I also need to keep that in mind. With that in mind, let's upgrade the champion first of all. Resolve. Triggers after combat. Add a Queen's Impling to your hand. Imp units cost -1 mana on this floor. So Queen's Impling is the same card that I have in my deck currently. Deal 10 damage to the front enemy unit. Okay, I get it. Or, action. Triggers at the start of this unit's turn. So at the start of this unit's turn, kill all imp units. Deal 20 damage per imp to enemy units. This is, so you'll actually need to survive with your imps for that to have any effect, right? That's not easy to do, so you cannot tank with them. So what, you need to tank with the queen? Tanking with the champion is a bit of a problem. Unless, like, you stack some armor, I suppose, but... yeah, I don't know. This is much easier to use, definitely, and let's start with that. So after every turn, I'll just get a Queen's Impling for free that I can play for free on the same floor as the Queen because of her minus cost to imps. Okay. And get an artifact as well. Oh, Ooh. I mean, I think it has to be the incantabilities trigger an additional time. That seems way too strong. I mean, I should have been planning on stacking them anyway, even without that, because, yeah, that's the easiest way to scale, but with that thing, that's pretty ridiculous, actually. That sounds really good. Yeah, okay. And I actually will not get that, I think. So I can actually check what the next floor will be. I think I will always go towards Stygian units now, because I have this incant thing. So I'll always go right, and it will be just forge spells. I can get a little bit of gold, and then maybe I'll be able to get like one more. But by the end of it, like, it doesn't really matter. I don't need like... I'll be able to do cheap upgrades anyway. And like, costlier upgrades I can just do later. I don't really need to do them immediately anyway. It's just 100 gold by the end of it. It's not really that big of a deal. I think I'll just skip it for now. I really should refrain from stacking packed shards when it's possible. I should only do that when it's actually beneficial. I'm not sure 100 gold is that beneficial. I usually end up just using it on some pretty like useless stuff. Not necessarily useless, but you know, on not that impressive stuff by the end of the run. So do I really need it? I'm not sure about that. Let's just go. Need to be careful about stacking that thing. So threat level none, that's good to know. At the start of battle, enemy units appear on each floor. Sure, why not? Let's go. Let's do that. And I can just use Vent to kill them. I probably just should... yeah, probably should just contest them on this floor. And use an Imp as well. And also use a Frozen Lance. And kill all of them on the floor 2, for example. Well, can also use this vent, which doesn't do anything, and skip. Well, the Collector will die. Can just use like a triple Imp or something. Well, I mean, I might as well just play a Steward. And then some more Imps. And the Frozen Lance. So, I don't really want to contest that. Protect the Queen. Play Flash Freeze for sure. Frostbite 8 is relevant. And then I want like one thing and then play a Vent. So Steward probably, and then kill all of them with Vent. And just delay the boss a little bit. More Flash Freezes. More protection. More random imps. And that's it. Well, and then you're just dead. Okay, so... Fledgling Imp. On summon, apply Rage 5 to friendly units. I'll have a lot of imps though. Well, yes. I can actually buff those imps. If I have Rage 5, that is pretty good. Or I can just go for a spell. That is a good spell. Like, with double incant, I'll need to actually spam some spells. Or just Fortify. Fortify is also solid. Yeah, this is a tough one. Like, imps, I don't really have any synergy for them. I'll just assume that I will have synergy, but currently I just don't. There is nothing. So is there even a point? I also don't really have synergy for spells, but I do have this artifact. So there is a strong consideration to stacking some incant stuff and spell stuff. I think it will be one of the spells. Hornbreak is okay. okay, I guess. Though I do have some spells that could target backlines already. Flash Freeze could target a backline, and then Vent as well. So what, Fortify? Fortify is also fine. Fortify is okay. Well, Fortify actually does synergize with Battering Ram. Okay, I'm sold. Let's try Fortify. I'm not sure if it's the right choice, but okay. Offering Token is... I think it's clearly the pick because of the incant doubling, right? I think so. Mollusk Mage is also really good. But... yeah... this is just so good though. Offering Token is pretty incredible, I think. Kinda have to pick it. Okay, now right path is clearly the pick. Because I do need Stygians. Not really a choice. And let's see the Divine Temple first. I might press some buttons. I'm not pressing this button. I think I will be pressing this button though. This is actually interesting. -2 cost. But before that, what do we get as a unit? Ooh. Interesting. So either Rage 2 or just get HP and get attack. I think it will be the right Siren. So this Siren gets a bit more attack, but it loses it every turn. And it's like... yeah, but you need to tank for it. And this Siren can actually tank by itself, even without any extra sacrifices. I like that. This is very solid overall. I like that. And then I will be doing what? So if -2 cost is a thing, where should it go? It's only on my Battering Ram. The problem is I'm not even sure I'll be stacking armor. That's the thing. Also, it only to the front enemy unit. Maybe I should just get rid of this card instead. Do I even want it? I'm not even convinced about that at all. Like, maybe I should just get rid of it, honestly. Because I don't have any armor currently. And it's a lot of, like, investment into having armor that I don't have. Like, all I have for armor is just Fortify. And that's it. If I got a guard instead, the... I think it was called the guard, the thing that stacks armor, then it could have been more interesting. But right now, I'm not even sure I want that. Like, why would I stack some pact shards to upgrade a spell that I'm not even sure I would want? Even if it costed 1, it's not even good. Honestly, it might be a full skip. I just don't want any of those. And then... Ooh, this is really strong. I think this has to be done. So the idea is I'll be able to replay it over and over. And that's incredible. That's incredible. I can actually play it every turn. Yeah. And what, I get like double incant stuff? Oh my god. That sounds ridiculous, actually. Okay. I have to press this. And then plus 20 magic power and consume. Can do it for Vent. I really would like to get some extra damage on Vent. But I don't really want to gain consume. So maybe I should do it on the Frozen Lance instead. Yeah, maybe something like this would be the better idea. Sure. And then -1 cost. I should just make my spells cheaper and that's it. Just to make them easier to play, so that I can trigger more incants. Yeah, okay. Something like this then. And I'm not actually rerolling now. Let's be a bit more conservative with money. So yeah, by the way, I can just predict the amount of shards the pact shards I will be able to get. Like, I can actually scroll through, and then I can just do some simple math. If I need to, right? So it will be 15, 10, 10, then Divine Temple, so it's 45, 60, and 2 Divine Temples. So I'll need to pick some things, but I don't need to pick those things at all. It's just 40 packed shards in total that I'll need to get from those divine temples in the future, which I will be able to get. It's not that big of a problem. For now, let's just go. Well, yeah, I do want unit draft. Armor 10. I think I will be able to deal with that. Hopefully. Okay, so. Oh, I got a Siren. That's good. I think I'll just ignore them. So, actually, they will go to the 3rd floor. I still should be able to deal with them there. Let's actually set up my queen on that floor then. And the Siren as well. And let's just kill some of them, at least one of them. Okay. And there is a collector. Well, I can play a vent there later. So just use Fortify. Well, let's start with the offering token, actually. Probably just Train Steward or something. I can play all of those things. Okay, Flash Freeze will be used on a different floor. What are you doing? So you give haste to all of them. That's actually kind of okay. I'm okay with them going to this floor. It's not really a problem. I don't even need to play Vent there. I'm not even sure, honestly, what order to play my cards in. It's really not that big of a deal. I think I should just play, like, Frozen Lens. Maybe let this Imp die later. Maybe I should just play it on a different floor, even. There is no point in it. Like this. Then Flash Freeze. Then Fortify. Then Vent. Something like that. Well, definitely token, for sure. And then I don't know, man. So just kill this thing. Play an Imp. Play Vent at some point. Might as well just stack some Stewards on this floor. I can just discard this Imp for now. It's okay. I will have one more later. And then just Vent. So they are dead. A lot of stats on my Siren. And skip. Well, let's draw. I can't really play this thing, so just discard it. Can Flash Freeze. It will deal quite some damage by the time it gets there. Or just kill this thing. It will die. So, well, I can just kill it with the Implings, actually, so just do a double Impling. And let's go. I'll be able to kill it easily, I'm pretty sure. Well, it's already dead, pretty much. Just buff some stats. Something like this. Okay. What is this? Molting Imp, deal 5 damage to enemy units, to all of them, on summon. But this is also good. Applies Rage 5 to friendly units. I think with my current deck, it's more relevant if I... No, it's 15 damage if you sacrifice it. Interesting. I do need something to sacrifice potentially later, to be able to sacrifice something. But like, applying like 15 damage to enemy units on playing it, I'm not even sure I want that really. I would like to sacrifice some incant stuff to get more incant stuff on my units, but this thing is like, eh. Hornbreak is decent. It's the only thing that actually has Pierce in my deck, so it might be okay-ish. Yeah, okay, I don't know. I don't really have a lot of Imp synergy at the moment. Energy Siphon. So make one spell stronger. I don't really have strong spells at the moment with a lot of damage. It's cheap though. It synergizes with Incant. Plus 10 magic power is pretty good though. I do have a lot of cheap spells that can deal damage. That is relevant, that is good. And also it can be sacrificed. Plus 10 magic power on this floor is relevant for a lot of things. Even like sacrificing on the Siren is somewhat relevant. So yeah, okay. I'll take Mollusk Mage. No. So Sweep on Strike applies spell weakness 1 to the attacked unit. But it's only starting from the next turn, so it has to survive that, strike enemy units, and then after that you will be able to hit them with spells for more damage than usual. That doesn't sound very impressive. Railbeater does have some synergies with Battering Ram. But it's a tank. Do I really need a tank? Not really, but I don't really have anything in terms of units, so I might as well honestly take it. It's at least something. And Apex Imp. So Armored triggers when armor is added to this unit, gain rage equal to gained armor. Okay, so you stack armor on it, and then on summon, gain armor 5. Can I get more armor? With Fortify I can. Hey, you know what? Maybe I can actually use this guy. For what? For Fortify? Probably not. The problem is, Fortify I want to play on my Siren instead. Because she actually gets a lot of bonuses from Incant. So currently I'm playing it on my Siren, and Epic Simp doesn't really come into play at all. So maybe I should use the Railbeater instead, because he's more useful by himself. Right? Yeah, you know what? I think that's the pick. It should be left, I'm pretty sure. Right is just healing, and then Spellforge. Yeah, it's definitely left. Let's check the Divine Temple first of all. Intrinsic, so starts in your opening hand. That's really good. Spell Chain is also... Ooh. 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 Okay. Well, first of all, I'm using this, yes, but first of all, what do we have in terms of upgrades? Endless. Incant gain armor. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, game. Okay. Okay, game. Let's see the Hellhorn unit. Deranged Brute. What is this? Rage on friendly units adds an additional +3 attack per stack. I don't really have a lot of rage. That's a lot of stats, by the way. A lot of stats. And Branded Warrior. On Slay, apply rage 3 to friendly units. Sacrifice gives rage 10 and +10 attack. I feel like I should pick one of them. At least I can use like a Railbeater and then one of them as one of my floors. It's not a good floor, but it at least does something. But like, I don't really use rage currently, so this doesn't really do much. So maybe I should just go for the Branded Warrior instead. Yeah, you know what? I'm not like happy with this pick, but yeah, sure. Caverns? Let's do Caverns after that. A penance yard comes into view, a truly terrible sight that Hellborn from across the 9 rings of hell are strung up as atonement just for existing. At the base of these awful contraptions are some familiar blights, but peeking through you can see something of value underneath the rubble. Which pile do you inspect further? The one with the Ember. Gain Ember Stasis. Gain 3 Calcified Ember. Playing a Blight card deals 120 damage to the front enemy unit. And you also get 3 Calcified Embers, which do not do anything? And are gone forever from your deck when you play them, and they cost 3 mana? What? Sounds horrible. I mean, if you have some Blight synergy, I suppose, in your deck. Yeah, definitely not what I want to pick at the moment, though. The Massive Stones. Gain Penitent Remains, gain 3 Deadweight. 3 Deadweight! When summoned, friendly units get +2 attack for every Blight card in your deck. It might be useful if you get some sort of a quick buff somehow. But like, my current deck doesn't really do that kind of thing. It just makes me much worse for no reason. Don't think so. Or, Weathered Cold Stones, when you play a Blight card, restore 5 fire health. And get Vengeful Shards, 3 of them. If you don't play them, then your pyre takes 1 damage. I mean, I think all of them make me just worse. Strictly worse. I think it's a skip, honestly. It's very specific. Yeah, I don't think so. Like, all of them can be used in a very specific type of deck, but I'm neither of those decks. So... if I want to do sacrifice, what would be sacrificed? I can't really sacrifice that much. I can sacrifice, like, Mollusk Mage, for example, but... I think it's too early for that. I definitely do this, though. I definitely want this. I want a Dredzik on my offering token. Unfortunately, I cannot really do Spell Chain on it. So... that's unfortunate. But Intrinsic is just so good on it. I can just start playing it from the very beginning. Always. Too good. And then Spell Chain I also want. I think it should be maybe on Vent and then get some spell power on it. Maybe even Piercing and spell power. Currently it just doesn't do anything though, if I Spell Chain it. Like, I'll waste all of my mana playing the Vent. Yeah, I'll not even be able to play the next one, I think. It will just cost 1 more. So this just doesn't do anything. I'm actually not sure how this interaction will work. But yeah, probably just a waste. Fortify then, maybe. Just get more buffs. Yeah, okay. Okay, I can see that. Sure. I'll stack some packed shards now. I'll start doing that. I'll need like 15 more from this temple, which I should be able to get pretty easily. So what about upgrades? Oh, right. Right, this thing. So Endless. Endless on what? I don't really want to lose anything. I think Endless is not necessary. I'll just save money by not using it. But Incant gain armor 2 is ridiculous. Ridiculous. This is just broken. Plus 10 attack on what? On Branded Warrior? Okay. Okay. This seems good. And then I think I do not want Endless, so I can reroll. What would be... question? What would be my next string? Duplicate? Or get a Stygian and an artifact? It's probably Stygian and an artifact, actually. But regardless, there is no way to spend gold, as you can see, right? There is no shops. So that means I might actually just use my gold right now. So I will reroll. Multi-strike 1. I can use multi-strike on my Siren, but it's not really necessary though. Instead of multi-strike, I can just get plus 25 HP. On like, let's say, on a lot of things, really. On a lot of things. If only I could use both of those. I don't really want 10 attack. I think let's just get multi-strike, maybe on Branded Warrior. I cannot scale it though, that's the issue. On the Siren? Multi-strike and then just a lot of incants? That's actually pretty ridiculous, honestly. Let's do that. Let's do that. That sounds ridiculous. Okay. And that's all my gold. No sacrifices yet. Let's go. Enemy units enter with armor 5. We'll deal with that. And yeah. And my units that get attacked are pushed to the back. We'll see about that. So one of my floors should have those two. But then again, Maybe I should wait with that. No, I shouldn't. No, I shouldn't. They should be played for sure. I don't really want the Impling. Well, no, I should let it die then. I should let it die on this floor. Something like this will be the setup. Okay, so unfortunately this thing will be pushed towards the back, but we'll deal with that. I probably will not really even need them anyway, because my Siren will be enough to deal with that stuff. So yeah, and then offering token. Get rid of the steward. Protect it with my Impling. Probably do the flash freeze on this guy. Kill the second one with the Hornbreak. And then use Fortify. Oh, I also have Spell Chain. Forgot about that. Well, whatever. Well, I still can use an Imp. Well, first of all, let's Offering Token. Battering Ram is unnecessary. Then do an Impling. Then do the Freezing. Well, actually, my Siren will be pushed towards the back lines, but it's fine. My Siren will actually just kill the boss as is, I think, even without the Queen. Even if Queen dies, it doesn't really matter. Let the Steward die for no particular reason. I don't really need it. Yeah, and then play the Impling as well. Use the Flash Freeze on the Marksman, I guess. And do the Vent. Well, let's stack some more stats. One more Steward and random Impling as well. So can my thing not die only if I draw armor, which I didn't. So it will die. That's unfortunate. Just get rid of, like... Can't really play all of the spells anyway, so just get rid of one of the Frozen Lances. Or Mollusk Mage. Don't really care about that for now. So play the Impling and just spam some spells. Okay, this should be an easy win with just my Siren. I don't really need anything else. At least that's what I was planning on initially. Hopefully that's true. Yeah, that's easily enough. I can't really do anything with my Siren, so... A bit of an overkill. This incant stuff should be enough to get me to the mid-game at least, easily. And hopefully to the late game as well. We'll see how that goes though. Consume, apply armor 25. That's a lot of armor for Battering Ram potentially. That could be useful. Consume, apply double X rage and double X armor. I think it's worse than just Alloy of the Ancients. And Deep Offering, consume, discard your hand, draw 5. So I think I will actually in my next reward screen, I will pick the draw thing. And that means I don't really need to draw as much anymore, I think. I think armor 25 is better. Maybe I can get rid of consume even with one of the upgrades. That might be pretty good at some point. Yeah, you know what? I think this is better. Oh, this has to be the pick. And now actually it begs the question, maybe I should just do +1 capacity, because that gets to be pretty good. I will be picking it for sure, because I have some incant synergy. Light of Seraph or Herzl's Compound? I don't know. I actually don't know. I think it's too early for the capacity. I can get capacity later if I want to. I'll be able to get there. It's not really a problem. I think it's just draw +1 for now. Because I definitely do get some... Like, even if I'm just focusing on the incant stuff, right? It still is... There is still a point of getting just more draw. It still synergizes well with incant, because I will be able to cast more spells if I draw more. And whether this thing will be useful or not, it's not even clear yet. So just get draw. Just get draw. It definitely will be good. So left will allow me to duplicate something. Well, actually, I do have the Siren now. It's a bit ridiculous. The problem is I cannot really spam incant on several floors, right? I have to choose one floor that I'll be focusing on with my spells. And let's say even if I get capacity at some point, I don't have it yet. And it will be like 3 floors before that. So, yes, but counter-argument is... Why do I need Stygian unit? Like, this is worse, right? Much worse than just getting my Siren duplicated. Much worse. So isn't this better then? Why would I get my Siren duplicated? Like, why would I get some random Stygian unit if I can get my Siren duplicated instead? And then one of my floors at some point will just be 3 of those Sirens. After I get floor capacity in the late game. That actually sounds really strong. I think I'll just go for that. That would be the plan. It should be enough to just win me the game. So yeah. I can see myself winning just from that. Even though, yes, I do get like a useless health thing, but still. Before that though, let's get the champion upgraded. So, more attack, a bit more health, and resolve add a fledgling imp to your hand. Oh, apply rage 5, I see. So the imp is different now. So I get rage 5 after every turn. That doesn't really do anything with my incant stuff. Like, with what I'm doing currently, with my plan of winning. But it's good. Or, rally +10 attack. Rally triggers when you play a non-morsel unit card on this floor. So you play a card and you get +10 attack every time, forever. The problem is she can't get multi-strike, so it just will stay like this. I don't know, actually. This is a tough one. It doesn't really synergize with what I'm doing currently. It doesn't really fit in my plan in any way. But this is actually a lot of stats. Yes, but this is also a lot of stats. This is arguably much more stats, because I will play at least 2 creatures. Definitely. And then it will be as much attack as the left branch already. I don't know. You know what? I'll pick the left one. The reasoning is... I'm not really sure. Like, either way, I don't think it affects my chances of winning much. Because it doesn't really affect what I'm doing with my deck as much, either one. But the left one is actually, it will potentially give me like at least a taste of what she can do at level 3. Like at the next upgrade branch, I might be able to see the final version of it. And like see what kind of imp she will summon or something. And that actually at least some info that I can use in my future runs. So yeah, let's just do that. I don't think it matters regardless that much. And artifact done. Apply daze to enemy units when they enter the floor below the pyroom. Or friendly units get +5 HP, including imps. But at this point I think already it's not good enough, because there shouldn't really be any difference between 1 and 6 HP. They'll just get one-shotted, most likely. Or Icicle Fracture at end of turn, apply Frozen to a random card in your hand. I usually want to just play my stuff, I don't really want to keep it in my hand. So actually maybe Light's Gift, and maybe just set up my Sirens and stuff like that. Like, at least the idea is that if I have that, then at least the floor number 3 should be safe. Like, it's a safe place. I can actually play stuff there and be sure that it should survive. I kinda like that. Never really tried to play around with this, so let's try it. Then double card removal. Just stewards, probably. Probably, yeah. It's a bit annoying to play them. So, yeah, let's just remove them. And then duplicate the Better Siren. Well, and we're golden, let's go. And I do want +1 floor capacity at some point. So, enemy units are on each floor now, but get more gold from that. I'm in, let's go. Well then, let's start. This is actually a weaker Siren. Yeah, it is weaker, but it doesn't really matter. I should be winning easily, no? Well, I can just play it there, it's fine. Get the token. I will play the vent as well, yes. So, discard the alloy, I think, for now. I think my queen will go on the floor 2. Or should it be on the floor 1? Probably should be on the floor 1, actually. So like this. Then use lens. One of them will go to the pyroom. Okay, then just use the frozen lens there instead. I'll stack some armor. Do I really need to stack it there? Doesn't really do anything. I need my Sirens that actually do stuff. Well, whatever. Just kill them. Those things will die, but the problem is I do need to kill all of them. Well, if I play this Fledgling Imp and one of the Sirens, then it will be enough, actually. So, just do this, play the Offering, and then regardless I will be able to kill them with just the Simp. Okay, they're dead. Now what about this? Branded Warrior? Horrible idea. Just protect myself with the Steward then. I'll just let them move to the 3rd floor, I think. That's where I'll stand my ground. Everything else is kinda irrelevant, honestly. So just slow them down like this, whatever. Spam some spells. They are not dead yet, so I do need at least one more spell. Still not dead. Okay, one more spell then. Now they're dead. Now, I do want more imps, so imp number 1, imp number 2, imp number 3. And Rail Beater. Might as well play it. Doesn't really matter. Token for sure. discard this thing. Just play some spells. Play the Flash Freeze, play the Frozen Lance. And spam some more imps. So Mollusk Mage probably not. But definitely Impling. Definitely this thing as well. And play the Mollusk Mage, I suppose. And this thing. So this is not a spell. Okay. We don't have anything else, so... Let's draw one more. They're all dead. Can just ignore that, really. I'll need to play a lot of stuff. So let's start with the Frozen Lance, then with Fortify, I guess. Then with another Fortify. Then play Weight of Contrition. Then play Vent. And then I can also play the Fledgling Imp on the first floor. Okay. Are they dead now? Yep. Okay. Draw one more. Can play the Branded Warrior there. It really doesn't matter what do I do at this point. Because they will all die at some point. I cannot really kill them until floor 3 anyway. And on floor 3, they will die regardless. So it really doesn't matter. What do I do now? Alloy. Weight of Contrition, Vent. Done. And now they just die regardless, so... yeah. That's about it. New clan unlocked. Umbra. Commune with the ancient Umbra Shroud. The original residents of Hell mine the Crucible for precious materials to help in the fight against Seraph. That's good to know. We'll be playing that next, I assume. So what is this? Enflame. Apply Rage 4 and Armor 5. That is a spell. That is decent. Pyre Chomper. On summon gain 4 mana. Or minus 4 mana cost if sacrificed onto something. I don't really have like big units anyway, so it's pointless to sacrifice it. 4 mana is like whatever. Don't really care about that much. Impressive. Sacrifice Imp. Multiply the effects of magic power and deal 50 damage to the front enemy unit. So I'll have imps for sure, right? Because I do actually get 1 imp every turn. And that's a way to get rid of them, so that's good. But... do I really need to deal damage? And especially to deal damage on the floor where the queen resides. Because that's the only floor where I can play those imps for free. And if I play them on any other floor, like on my Siren floor for example, then I can't really sacrifice them. Well, I can, but it just costs so much mana, it's really not that good. And Flame though, like, also not that good in terms of buffing my incant creatures. So I'm not so sure about that. I mean, I guess let's try to sacrifice some imps. Sure. I'm just not sure how good will it go. It's probably a mistake to pick that, but whatever. Titan's Tooth Offering. So if I discard it, it will deal 5 damage to enemy units and apply Frostbite 10. Well, that's a lot to all of them. That's really good. That's really good. Because I do actually have... how's it called? Offering Token. That is always with me, so that's really good. Other option is Incant, apply armor 1 to friendly units, and it gets doubled because of my artifact, by the way. So that's also kinda relevant. And Drain, apply sub 3, discard the card at random. Hell no. I think I will take that. I will take that. That sounds fun. So, left is another duplicate. God damn. Right is Concealed Caverns, card removal. It should be right, I'm pretty sure. I'm not even sure, like, what would I even want to duplicate? I think at this point it would be Offering Token. Actually. Because, actually duplicating Offering Token is ridiculously strong. But the problem is... it will just be... It is good, but how good is it? Otherwise, it will be artifacts, and then card removal, and then concealed caverns, which might be relevant. That's a lot of good stuff, potentially. And yeah, duplicating offering token. I think it will actually just win me the game, though, just by itself. I'll still choose right, I think, just for more variety. There's also a lot of things happening, and like, it also is strong, and I'll just be able to see more stuff. Though, if I'm duplicating this thing, I think I am just winning. Well, whatever. So, get the concealed caverns first of all, I guess. Well, let's check the artifacts. Not sure about those. Now let's check concealed caverns. As you pass a train graveyard, you notice several of your fallen allies within the Beasts of Gnarled Steel lie now extinguished pyre shards. Even further inside the rubble, you can make out some less protected treasures. Perhaps, if you were to relight the pyre shards using some of your own, the trains would reveal their value. Which of the train's pyre shards do you relight? Get Heartstone, plus 25 HP. A bit more health, which is like whatever, health is irrelevant, it's not a lot of health. So when your pyre kills a unit, restore 5 pyre health. Kinda irrelevant. Friendly units get plus 10 HP and Heartless cannot be healed. I mean, I'm not healing them anyway. I don't have anything to heal them. That's actually decent. That's decent. Let's do that. Right? I'm not healing them. Yeah, I'm not. So, yeah, that's good. That's good. The pyre shard flickers to life, the treasure within now revealed, as the pyre removes its final defense. Yet as you leave, the pyre shards goes out once more, this time for good. You are all that is left. And then, question, how much pact shards do I need from this temple? 10, 20, 35, and that's it. So I need 25 from this divine temple. Okay, so I don't need to sacrifice anything. I can, though. I actually can. I can sacrifice one of my weaker Sirens. No, I can't. Well, if I want more floor capacity eventually, then not really. But yeah, so I just need 25. I can just do 2 of those upgrades. Upgrade the spell for -2 and then upgrade for plus 10 magic power and piercing, which should go towards the vent, by the way, I'm pretty sure. This is also good, though. This is also good. Piercing for 15 damage. Yeah, either that or vent. Vent is also okay. Let's do it for Titan's Tooth, though. Sure, why not? And then I also want -2 spell cost. It might be for... Maybe just for Flash Freeze, then. Or for Impressive? Maybe, potentially. Or for Hornbreak. It really doesn't matter much, I think. Maybe for this. Okay. Well then, and let's do some artifacting then. When a card with Consume is played, deal 30 damage to the front enemy unit. I don't really have a lot of Consume, and I have some. But it's not enough, I feel like, to buy this thing. Your pyre starts each battle with armor 15. Kinda pointless. I'm not really using my pyre as a combat mechanism. Grant plus 4 stacks of armor each time it is applied to friendly units. Relevant for Alloy, relevant for Fortify, which has Spell Chain, yes. But then, like, I'm not really using it that much. I think it's a reroll, actually. I think neither of those increases my chances of victory, so just reroll. Merchant costs are reduced by 25%. At start of turn, add a random imp unit to your hand. Friendly units enter with armor 5, including imps. It's one of those, I think. It's a bit too late for this. Even if this is applied immediately, I think I still cannot buy those things regardless. So it will be skipping both of those. Armor 5 is good. Add a random imp unit. I'll just need to play it immediately, that's the issue. But I can play it on the same floor where Queen is. Yeah, okay, let's try this. Let's try this. This sounds fun. And get the... No, that's it. Get the removal. That's the thing that is left. So, get rid of the... I think at this point, Battering Ram has to go. I cannot play it. It can deal some damage potentially, but I do have some other ways of dealing damage, and it doesn't really... Even when it works, it's not that good at this point in the deck, so... Should remove that. And also one of the Train Stewards probably has to go. It's not even easy for it to die now. Oh, my imps have 11 HP now. God damn. Okay, I'll just get rid of one of my Train Stewards, I think. Yeah. Well, let's go. For 15 armor on enemy units, I get 150 gold. Hell yeah. Oh. So what are we doing? What are we doing? I think the same idea in general. Like, if I stack my Sirens on the last floor, it should be completely safe. But honestly, I can just do it on the first floor instead. That is also safe. Just get the Siren there, okay? And then just use Offering Token. Discard this thing, kill them all. Easy. And then just use another Siren. And use the Lens. I can play this Imp there and get some mana, but I can't really even use this mana, so whatever. Well, yeah, though I can play the Steward then. And maybe it will be relevant for the Collector. It might appear next turn. Yeah. And then I can just kill him with the Steward. Don't really have to pay any attention anymore. Okay, so the token. Then discard... I don't know. Branded Warrior? I don't really need any of them, honestly. Whatever. Just play like... I cannot play the Siren, so just play the Chomper maybe? And just cast some spells. What are you doing even? So on death, their units gain +2 attack. Can just kill the frontliner then. Then Flash Freeze. Frozen Lance, actually. Flash Freeze. And just prepare a Rail Beater, maybe. And get a Siren there, I suppose. Okay, something like this. Well then. I'll just double vent, obviously. Can't really do much more. Can play the Mollusk Mage. Cannot play anything there, so just double vent. Well, let's play an imp and then sacrifice it, I guess. Summon, return a random consumed spell to your hand. Okay, what did I consume? Frozen Lance. Maybe. Well, Fortify. Well, let's actually draw something first of all. Probably not playing this, realistically speaking. So... I don't really even want that. Let's apply Rage 5 instead. So you're dead. Not both of you. Whatever, this one can survive. It will just die on the next floor, whatever. So, sacrifice the imp, I guess. Play another imp. Sure, just as a protection even. And then Flash Freeze. Done. Okay, and then we can just buff and prepare for the final fight. So, play something. Sacrifice it immediately. Can't really play any spells. Well, can kill that thing, I suppose. Offering token. Can just play a Frozen Lance like this. And can play the Simp, I suppose. Done. Done. Well, the boss is dead already, so that's good. Let's get some rage. Some armor. And some vents as well. That's a decent amount of damage. And a lot of gold. Ooh, I can actually get Impish Scholar now. Huh. Sacrifice Imp to gain 1 mana and draw 1 card. That's really good. It has to be this pick, I think. The idea is I can actually generate Imps, and I can play them on the same floor as my Sirens. And then I can just sacrifice them. At least, like, until I get more floor capacity. But I can just ignore floor capacity, honestly. I don't even have to pick it. Even when I am able to get that, I don't have to pick it. I can just keep sacrificing Imps now. Yeah, sometimes at least. Yeah, I like that. And Ice Storm, deal 1 damage to random enemy unit 5 times. Siren Song, Firebound? What is that? Can only be played in the Pyre Room and the floor below it. Okay. Ascend enemy units on this floor and apply Daze 3. So get them to the Pyre Room. And get them dazed. I don't know about that. Guardian Stone on Incant. Apply armor 1 to friendly units. Not really a good synergy with what I'm doing currently. Unless I'm playing it with my Sirens. Which could be fun, but I am already like planning on sacrificing Imps in the Sirens room, so that doesn't really help. I'll just get Ice Storm. Ice Storm is okay. Okay, and I'll cut it there for now. So, we'll continue with this in the next one. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you there.